For pronator teres, the origin is the medial epicondyle and the coronoid process, and it inserts into the middle shaft of the radius. For pronator quadratus, the origin is the distal ulna, and it inserts into the distal radius. For the supinator, the origin is the lateral epicondyle and the lateral side of the ulna, and the insertion is the anterior surface of the radius, proximal radius. For extensor carpi radialis longus, the origin is the lateral epicondyle, and the insertion is the base of the second metacarpal. For extensor carpi radialis brevis, the origin is the common extensor tendon and inserts into the base of the third metacarpal. For extensor carpi ulnaris, the origin is the common extensor tendon and it inserts into the base of the fifth metacarpal. For extensor digitorum, the origin is also the common extensor tendon and it inserts from the base of the second to fifth metacarpal. For extensor digiti minimi, the origin is the common extensor tendon and it inserts in the extensor expansion of the fifth finger. For extensor indices, the origin is the posterior ulna and the interosseous membrane, and the insertion is the extensor expansion of the index finger. For flexor carpi ulnaris, the origin is the medial epicondyle, the posterior ulna, and the olecranon fossa. The insertion is the fistiform, the hamate, and the base of the fifth metacarpal. For palmaris longus, the origin is the medial epicondyle, and it inserts into the palmar aponeurosis right here. For flexor carpi radialis, the origin is the medial epicondyle, and it inserts into the bases of the second and third metacarpals. For flexor digitorum superficialis, the origin is the medial epicondyle, the coronoid process, and the anterior oblique line of the radius. The insertion is the middle of the phalanges 2 through 5. For flexor digitorum profundus, the origin is the anterior ulna and the interosseous membrane. The insertion is the bases of the distal phalanges 2 through 5. For adductor pollicis, the origin for the oblique fibers is the capitate bone and the base of the second and third metacarpals. The origin for the transverse fibers is the palmar surface of the third metacarpal, which is right here, and the insertion for the transverse head is the ulnar side of the base of the proximal phalanx of the thumb, and the insertion for the oblique head is the extensor expansion. For abductor pollicis brevis, the origin is the tubercle of the trapezium bone and the tubercle of the scaphoid bone, and the insertion is the base of the proximal phalanx of the thumb and the radial side and extensor expansio. For flexor pollicis longus, the origin is the anterior surface of the radius below the tuberosity, and it inserts into the base of the distal phalanx of the thumb on the palmar surface. For flexor pollicis brevis, the superficial head's origin is the trapezium bone, which is right here, and the deep head, the origin is the trapezoid and capitate bones, and the insertion is the base of the proximal phalanx of the thumb on the radial side. Right there. For extensor pollicis longus, the origin is the middle 1/3 of the posterior surface of the ulna on the distal part of it, and it also is in the interosseous membrane. The insertion is the base of the distal phalanx of the thumb. Extensor pollicis brevis, the origin is the posterior surface of the body of the distal radius, and also the interosseous membrane, and the insertion is the base of the proximal phalanx of the thumb. For abductor pollicis longus, the origin is the posterior surface of the body of the ulna, and the insertion is the base of the first metacarpal on the radial side. Flexor, the last one for flexor digiti minimi, the origin is the hook of the hamate, which is right there, and the insertion is the base of the proximal phalanx of the fifth finger. The manual muscle test for extensor carpi radialis longus, you're going to have the patient arms like this, and you're going to have them extended and radial deviation. You're going to push them down and out. So hold for 5, don't break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Compare bilaterally. Up, down. Hold for 5, don't break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. For extensor carpi radialis brevis, you're going to have them put their arm back and have them their hand in the same position. Hold for 5, don't break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Compare that bilaterally. For 5, don't break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. For extensor carpi ulnaris, you're going to have them with their hand like this in ulnar deviation, and you're going to push them down and into radial deviation. Hold for 5, don't break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Compare that bilaterally. Up and out. Hold for 5, don't break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. For extensor digitorum, you're going to have them curl their fingers up like this, and you're going to push down. For 5, hold for 5, don't break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Compare that bilaterally. Hold for 5, don't break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. The manual muscle test for extensor digiti minimi, you're going to have them curl their pinky finger, and you're going to push down for 5. Hold for 5, don't break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Compare that bilaterally. Curl. Hold for 5, don't break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. For extensor indices, you're going to have them curl their pointer finger. Hold for 5, don't break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Compare bilaterally. Hold for 5, don't break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. For flexor carpi ulnaris, you're going to have them have their hand like this and curl it up and down, and you're going to bring them down. Hold for 5, don't break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Pair bilateral. Hold for 5, don't break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. The manual muscle test for pronator teres, you'll have them with their arm extended, and you're going to have them with their hand down in pronation, and you're going to try to force them into supination. Hold for 5, don't break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. And you would compare that bilaterally. Ready? Hold for 5, don't break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. The manual muscle test for pronator quadratus, you're going to have them scoot up so their elbow is back more. You're going to have also force them into supination. Hold for 5, don't break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Compare bilaterally. Hold for 5, don't break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. The manual muscle test for supinators, you're going to have them hold their palm up like this, and you're going to force them into pronation. Hold for 5, don't break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Compare that bilaterally. Ready? Hold for 5, don't break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and relax. The manual muscle test for palmaris longus, you're going to have them bring their fingers like this, and you're going to pull out. Hold for 5, don't break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Compare that bilaterally. Hold for 5, don't break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. For flexor carpi radialis, you're going to have them bring their hand like this and like that. And then you're going to pull them down. Ready? Hold for 5, don't break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Compare bilaterally. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. For flexor digitorum superficialis, you're going to have them curl their fingers like this. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Same thing bilaterally. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For flexor digitorum profundus, you're just going to do the tips of their fingers. So hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax, compare bilaterally. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. The manual muscle test for adductor pollicis, you're going to try to pull them out. So hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Compare bilaterally. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. For abductor pollicis brevis, you're going to try to push them down. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Compare bilaterally. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. The manual muscle test for flexor pollicis longus, you're going to have their thumb in like this, and you're going to try to pull them out. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And compare that bilaterally. Put them in. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. For flexor pollicis brevis, you're going to have them the same way. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Compare bilaterally. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. For extensor pollicis longus, you're going to have them bring their thumb out like this. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Compare bilaterally. For 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. For extensor pollicis brevis, same thing, except different hand position. Ready? Hold for 5, don't let it break you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Compare bilaterally. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. The manual muscle test for abductor pollicis longus, you're going to have them with their thumb out. You're going to push them down into flexion and adduction. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Compare bilaterally. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. And the last one, the manual muscle test for flexor digiti minimi. You're going to have them flex their pinky and you're going to try to pull them out. Hold for 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Compare that bilaterally. For 5, don't let it break you. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax.